Okay, we've got to solve these two simultaneous equations, and this is slightly more tricky than normal because we have an x squared and a y squared in this one, but it's fine, it's no problem. So what we're going to do is get y by itself in this equation, in other words make y the subject, and then square both sides and we'll have an expression for y squared in terms of x. And then we're going to sub that into this equation and we'll have an equation just in terms of x, and then we can find x and then y. Okay, so from this equation, y is 13 plus 3x. So therefore, y squared is 13 plus 3x times itself. Okay, multiply that out. 169. 3 13s is 39, so plus 39x plus another 39x plus 9x squared. Traditionally, we write the x squared term first, so that's 9x squared plus 78x plus 169. Okay, good, so that's y squared. Right, we're going to sub that back into there. So we get x squared plus y squared, which is this, plus 9x squared plus 78x plus 169 equals 25. Okay, good. Okay, so that's 10x squared plus 78x plus 169 minus 25 is 0. So that's 10x squared plus 78x plus 144 is equal to 0. Okay, so we have a quadratic. Before trying to factorize this, just check these numbers and see if we can divide the whole thing by some number to make these smaller. And we can. Look, they're all even, so we can divide everything by 2. Always check that. So we can get 5x squared plus 39x plus 72 equals 0. And check again, can we simplify any more? No, we can't. No. Okay, right, so we have a quadratic. So we've just got to solve this in the standard way. First thing to check is, can we factorize it? If we can't factorize it, then we'd use the quadratic formula, or you could complete the square. However, I suspect we can factorize this. So let's do that. I'm going to show you the crisscross method. I like the crisscross method, it's really good. What you do is look at this number here, okay, and write down here two numbers that multiply together to give that. So 1 and 5. Okay, there's no other combination because it's a prime number. And the same with this number here. Two numbers that multiply together to give 72. Well, let's start with 1 and 72. Okay? Crisscross. You multiply this one by that one, and you get 1 times 5, or 5 times 1 is 5. Multiply these two together, 1 times 72 is 72. Okay? Don't worry about the signs. Okay? Everything's positive in this case, but if they were negatives, don't worry too much about them. Just now we've got these two numbers, just look at them and can you combine them using like positives and negatives, additional subtraction, to make this number here? No, we can't. The closest we can get is 72 minus 5, which is 67, which is not 39. So that is not the solution. So we try again with different numbers. We can't change these two numbers, the two that multiply together to give 5. It's always going to be 1 and 5. but we can change 1 to multiply together to give 72. So let's try 2 times 36, okay? Crisscross, 5 times 2 is 10, 1 times 36 is 36. Can we combine them together by addition or subtraction to get 39? No, we can't. We can only get either 46 or 26. So, don't rub the whole thing out. Just try swapping these two numbers around. Actually, with the first one, I didn't try swapping the 1 and the 72. I'll just quickly do that now. I could have written 72 and 1, but 5 times 72 is a big number, and 1 times 1 is 1, so it's clearly not going to be that. Okay, so back to the 2 and the 36. Let's try 36 there and 2. It's not going to be this, is it? Because 5 times 36 is 150 plus, so that's 180, and that's 2. So that we can either get 178 or 182, so that's no way near. So we've exhausted those possibilities. Let's try the next one. Again, this is always going to be 1 and 5. So 72. We've done 1 and 2. Is 72 divisible by 3? Yes, it is. You can check if a number is divisible by 3 by adding together the digits. And if that number is divisible by 3, then the original number is divisible by 3. 7 plus 2 is 9, and that is divisible by 3. So I know this is divisible by 3. So I'm going to write a 3 there. 3 watts are 72. It's 3 24s, isn't it? Good, okay. Crisscross. 5 times 3 is 15. 1 times 24 is 24. Okay. Can we combine these two together to make 39? Yes, we can. We've done it. If you do 15, or plus 15 plus 24, they add together to give 39. So we've solved it. So what is the answer? Well, now, when you've done it, you read across and you put an X in there, okay, and turn that into a bracket, and that's your second bracket. So the answer is 1x, just going to write x, plus 3. Okay, should these be positive or negative? Well, you want plus 15, okay, and plus 24. So you want that to be positive and that to be positive, okay? So it's x plus 3 in one bracket and 5x plus 24 in the other bracket. So that's that thing factorized, and that equals 0. And that's a crisscross method. It's pretty good. I strongly recommend you get used to it and remember it. Just do a quick check. If we multiply this out, x times 5x is 5x squared. X times 24 is 24x, plus 15x gives you the 39x, plus 72. Yeah, it's correct. Okay, good. So, two brackets, two things multiplied together to give 0 means either that is 0, x plus 3 is 0, in which case x is minus 3. Okay, we've got one of the solutions already. Or that's 0, so 5x plus 24 is 0, in which case x is minus 24 over 5. You could probably leave it like that, but just in case, that I'm going to write it as minus 4 and 4/5. Okay, so we've got the two values of x, so we're halfway there. Well, we're more than halfway there really in terms of work, because now we can just sub these into this equation. Don't sub them into that equation, okay? Choose wisely. You can sub them into either and you get the answer, but this it's much easier to do it into the one that doesn't involve x squared and y squared, right? So let's put x is minus 3 into here. So we get y minus 3. Use brackets when subbing in. It's very easy to forget that there are two minus signs here. The one belonging to the 3, the minus 3, and the minus 3, which is the x. Okay, so use brackets when subbing in. Do it like that. equals 13. Okay, so therefore y minus 3 times minus 3 is plus 9. It's 13, so therefore y is 4. Okay, and finally put this value into there. So y minus 3. I'm not going to do 4 and 4/5, so use this value. It's much easier. I'd only turn that into that anyway if I did put it in there. Okay, so it's minus 24 over 5 is equal to 13. Okay, so y plus 3/24 is 72 over 5 equals, I'm going to put this over 5, that's 65 over 5, because 5 times 13 is 65. Okay, so therefore y is 65 minus 72 is minus 7/5. Okay, and again it's top heavy, so I write it as minus 1 and 2/5. There we go. So that's it. We have our 4 solutions. 2 values of x, 2 values of y, and yeah, that is how you do those sort of problems. And once again, learn the crisscross method of factorising. It's very good. Thank you for watching. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please click the like button, and it would be a massive help if you could subscribe. It would also be amazing if you could support me on Patreon. All the papers and everything are on my website, drjem.com, and I'm also on social media. Thank you.